Hello, my peeps. Oh, I was cutting it close there. My son, my son decided to tell me a story. And yes, you're all out there laughing. I know he comes by it honestly, but I said I'm about to go live, and he just about recapped the entire like page by page synopsis of the book he's reading. Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone. Well, Tracey here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and oh, the paper pusher. Look at that sneak peek. um, I turned my little head thing off in the corner because it takes up too much space, and because I have 12 by 12 paper, which I can't even get it all to fit on here to begin with. I'm not actually going to put the scrapbooking kits together because I'm not a scrapbooker, um, but I am a wall art maker. And although there are similarities, having never like used a scrapbooking kit or even seen these ones because these are new, I don't think it would be super quick. And I don't think it would be entertaining for you to watch. I think you'd just be like, oh my God, especially if you're direct used to scrapbooking, you'd probably be in the background going, no, it's the one on the left. No, it's the. So we're not going to do that. But I'm going to show you, and I did have a couple questions. Like when I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, some of the paper's one-sided, some of the paper's two-sided. Some of them is this. Let's see what the difference here is. What's the paper like? So I am curious to see how some of the elements are going to go. I just got a handful of swaps added to me. Thank you. So yeah, it is. What's going on? It's more of an exploratory tour, let's say, of the books and stuff, and I'll show you some things. There's a couple things I don't. When I did my first one, I was so excited about all the new stuff, and I looked in the brochure, and I was like, oh my God, this stuff looks amazing. Did I pay enough attention to and tell you all the details? I don't know. So I'm gonna hopefully I'll catch maybe the rest of them this time. So this is, and then I have the two kits, and those two kits I'm going to see how quickly I can put them together and how much time. I'm going to try not to go over an hour. I didn't do my Tuesday was cut short because I wasn't feeling well, and it lasted till about partway through Wednesday. I'm starting to feel a bit better, so don't want to push my luck, but we'll see how much we can get done. I do have to put together a couple of samples from the kits just so that I have them to show people tomorrow. At my open house. So this is the brochure that I posted. Did we got it? This stuff went live on Wednesday. We got the brochure sometime the week before, I think. Now I don't remember. A week or two ago, I got the brochure. So I posted the link to this. Now I'm going to screw you all up because I printed mine this way. I do have one bigger one printed out that people can like thumb through, but it is just strictly a digital brochure. It will be in the catalog. This line, there'll be another digital brochure in January when they put the next release out, which I think is meant to be, if memory serves me, I don't have my notebook in front of me, but if memory serves me, it's about the same size as release as this one. And then by the time the annual catalog comes out in May, this information will be printed in the annual catalog. The binders, the page protectors, the flip-flops, all of that stuff, I think is expected for the annual catalog. It'd be nice if it was ready in January. I'm sure they're trying to get it done, but they put this together so quickly, and it's impressive looking. But anyways, yeah. So for now, it's just this. So I do have one that's printed out. If this was a brochure and it was like actually printed, it would look like the mini catalog, like it would open, landscape. But it just for me, for quick reference, I want to be able to see this page goes with this page and this, right? Because it helps me to. And once I did that, I will tell you that once I did that, it was a lot easier to figure out because in the catalog, it shows you the reindeer memories, or in the brochure, sorry. It shows you this is the reindeer memories scrapbook page, and here's the three double layouts that it makes. And if you look up here, it tells you what's in it. There's some of them, it'll show you a technique. It shows you the colors. One of the things I do quite like about it is it tells you what comes in it. And I'm going to show you the difference when I open, actually, I'm pretty sure it's the first one. You have to look, because just because you look and you see something, like you look and see these two, one's a sticker sheet, one's an ephemera sheet, and this one over here is a die cut. They're three different things, right? So they're not just two of the same things. And these little bits and pieces you can't buy separately. This kit makes these layouts. Let's see if I can do this. And then in the same like reindeer, there's add-ons. So you can buy just the paper. Well, in the mini catalog, you can buy just the paper. The first two are different because part of the stuff's in the mini, but so you can buy just the paper, or you can buy the paper with a sticker sheet. You can buy a stamp set that goes with it, and you can buy some cardstock. Now, this cardstock is colors that go with it. It is not the exact same colors that are in the front. Right, this one has I'm gonna say pecan and espresso in it, which do not show up in this one, right? But they're all complementary, they all go together. It also gives you an idea of, look, here's a different scrapbook page. Now, I don't know if there's somewhere eventually that you'll be able to see these different layouts, like the excuse me, the cut sheets or whatever that tells you how wide these things are. Some of them I can kind of look at and get an idea. So I'm sure I could figure them out if I looked at them. But it gives you an idea of like a secondary one. And here's some extra products if you want to make more. Right. Then we have the snow day. Here's the kit. Here's the 3 layouts it makes. Here's the extra stuff. Here's an idea for another page. There's the stamp set. Down the line, maybe January, maybe not till May when the annual comes out. I think there's going to be kits that look. So these kits are 30 something to the most expensive one was 58. And then the extra stuff is separate. I think there's going to be kits that are probably going to be like $150, and they're going to have enough for all the pages, a stamp set, dies, the extras, embellishments, like who knows what's going to be in them. But they're going to be like a big everything you need to do this kind of thing. So for right now, this is just here's the extras. They all seem to have. So this one also has just the paper in the mini, and this is paper with the sticker sheets, catalog extras. And then so these are the 2 that I have, the Halloween one and the autumn one. Now, some of this stuff, and I mentioned this, I know I mentioned it, but I'll say it again just to reiterate. This DSP only available in the scrapbook line, same as the autumn one. And the DSP is not necessarily 2 each of 6 double-sided patterns, right? Like this is 3 each of 4 patterns. Okay. The other one was 4 each of 3 patterns, I think. Yeah. Right. So they're not exactly the same, but it gives you the idea. Scrapbook, sorry, I'm 1 page off. Scrapbook kit, layouts it makes, extra products. Here's an extra layout for you. Right. So that's kind of how that's laid out. And so once you see that, it makes a lot more sense, I think. Okay. So let's look at some of the stuff. Now, I didn't buy a whole bunch of extra papers and a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted to see, they have new the white core paper. They have a new white willow that was based on, I forgot what the old color that Close to My Heart had. But all of those bits and pieces are in these kits, so I didn't buy extra packages, but you can buy right now there's 4 different colors of the 2-tone 12 by 12 white core paper that you can buy. You can buy a package of just the white paper. And by the time the annual catalog comes out, the plan is that you'll be able to buy individual packs plus assorted packs of all of the 50 different colors of it. Okay, so we're gonna look at the autumn sets. First off, this is the stamp set that goes with it, and I bought it because you know me, I love these trees. I meant to look on here. I don't even know if it says it in the picture in here. Let me just double check. These are scrapbook size stamp sets. So not that you can't use them for cards, but you got to know that the stickers and the things in here are designed for scrapbooks. So they're bigger than your average bear. So does it say on here? It doesn't really, you can't really read it in here, but these pictures and the pictures on here are at 80%. So what that means is, here, let's take this one because it's got the darkest piece to it. So this is what it shows here. Here's the actual stamp set. Let's see if I can make that focus enough. So you see that the stamp set is actually a bunch bigger. But if they made them real size, they wouldn't have, because this completely fills the case, right? They wouldn't have room to put their stuff on. It would be too full. So the stamps in it are bigger. Now, some of them are still going to work for cards. I mean, this will fit on a card. Just a minute here. This is a card base. There's no layers or anything on it, but this is a card base. But there you go. Like it'll fit on a card, but they're just bigger than what we're used to our card sentiments being, because they are meant for scrapbooks. 3D projects, who know, but look at these, like all these leaves and trees, and some of them are like this textured stamp, some of them are the more clear stamp, little border. I love the stamp set. So I instantly bought the stamp set. Okay, so that's the stamp set. Quite happy with it. Now, okay, so I haven't looked at these yet. I haven't opened them up yet. It's way more fun to do it with you and just be like surprised as I go. I will tell you though, okay, I haven't coughed all day until I started doing that. One of the first things I noticed, so I have the bottom of the packs lined up, is that the bags are 2 different sizes. And right off the bat, I'm like, well, why'd you make the bags 2 different sizes? Why? What's with the extra size here? This is unnecessary. This is a much for storage and stuff. This is much easier. So I have no idea why that one's a different size, but I did notice that. Maybe we'll just move this out of the way for now. Okay. So I mentioned it in the first time. I have no idea what to do this. That the instructions, they pre-gave us the instructions to the Halloween one because there was a typo somewhere in it. I will eventually have time and I will compare and I'll tell you what the typos are, just so you know if you don't want to print a new one or reference people to a new one. If it's just a matter of like a couple things or different measurements, just go in and tell them what corrections to make and then you use the ones that are in it, right? And if you're going to save the ones, because these are nice printed like color instructions in here, I would just go make the changes. So I will go probably on the weekend after my event when my knees are sore and I can't stand up anymore. I'll sit in the chair and compare the two and tell you what the changes are. These are some nice instructions. And like I said, they give you this little thing in the corner. Oops, just a minute. It shows you like what pictures you need ahead, like so you can plan ahead, and landscape, portrait, what size they are. It shows you the cut measurements. And there seems to be like leftover pieces. Like this one, you're cutting a piece in half and you're using, looks like the front half for one piece and the back half for another piece. So that's the front. Oh, and then, oh, that's the back piece right there. Right? So it's very cool. Oh, look at that. I was just going to say these go a different way. That is not the right piece because that's oriented a different way. That's this one. They even show you on this one that you want this cut this way and this one cut this way. So you know you're laying this one. Oh, damn, I'm impressed, man. Okay, very good instructions. Now, the one thing that will surprise me, and yeah, it shows in the instructions too. Okay, so on the website, they show that this is like one side of the paper. This paper is so flippin' adorable, you guys. Look at the little animals. You know, anything forest, I'm there. This paper is adorable. The thing that surprises me is the back side is another one of the more bold patterns. Usually it's like this would be on one side and the pattern would be on the other side. This is adorable paper. Adorable. I'm going to flip these as I go because then it's easier to see. So this one's just a nice check pattern. And the back side of it is the tree looking stuff, which, like I said, it tells you when you're cutting these 2 pieces, you have to pay attention because one, you want the trees to go this way and one, you want the trees to go this way. So it tells you which way to orient your trees. They may not look like trees to you. I see trees. I see trees everywhere. This one's a nice green, I want to say quatrefoil, I think is the right word, pattern. And then we have little sprigs. I can hold it still enough that it'll focus. There you go. Did I flip it? Yes, I did. Ooh, nice little wood grain. And then, oh, okay. So my guess was, and I think I might be right looking at this picture. So my guess was there's some sheets in here that are, the problem is I don't have enough room on my desk for everything. So it did say some of the sheets of paper were one-sided. So these sheets of paper, there's 2 of this one of each of those, are all one-sided, right? Because they're just printed out on one side instead of on the other. I figured these were like the background pieces, and I think I'm right. That's what it does look like to me, is these are the background. So these are what's going to be stuck to the cardstock. So you're not going to use both sides of them. In the elements that go on there, you're going to use both sides. So that's what I think the one side, two side is, but just make note of the fact that not all the DSP is double-sided. We're used to having one-sided DSP when it's like the specialty stuff, but in this case, this is just the way it is. Oh, look at all these fun things. Look at these. Okay, so this, I can tell as soon as I pick it up, This is the sticker sheet. And I can tell because it's just how thick it is. So these are all stickers. And look at all the stuff. Grateful for this moment together. All things good. Leaves abound from all around. Oh my good Lord, I like these stickers. So yes, and these stickers, with the exception of, well, this one's big, but I'll just take my little trusty folded card again. Nope, this would be like pretty good coverage on your card front, but these could all be used for cards. You'll just have bolder, bigger cards. Some of these little ones would work perfect on there. I don't know if you could fit the word autumn across a card, but probably wouldn't anyways. Look at this. Where'd he go? Just when I got to get my, there we go, my right, left, and camera. Look at that owl. Anyways, that's an awesome sticker sheet. Yep, I'm gonna get excited about all this stuff. Okay, so this is the, oh good, there's more than one sheet of each, so I can do it the easy way. So there's a video, and I will link it. I'll try to remember to do it before the weekend is out. Stampin' Up! Did a video about this white core two-tone cardstock. I don't know what the weight of it is. What I'm going to say is it is thicker than DSP, but it doesn't feel as thick. I'll have to see if I can find the answer, but it doesn't feel as thick as cardstock, but it feels thicker than DSP. The other thing I'm doing is I'm going like this. I do remember, and I probably should stop doing that now. I do remember reading somewhere and all the information that the demos get, that because this is printed and not dyed, the oil on your hands, like you could find that you're leaving like fingerprints and stuff, like you might notice it on this paper. It is smoother. It's not like, I don't know that I would say it's shiny compared to the other stuff. It just feels smoother. Oh yeah, I can see a couple of marks in the corner. Not so, you just be careful when you're doing it, if like that you don't put a big mark right in the middle of one element you're trying to do. This is the key though, and this paper looks very different on my desk than I can see on the screen. I'm making sure I'm still in the frame. So right now, like I can see this one on my screen on TV, it looks quite bubblegum pinkish. It's petal pink. I can tell just by looking at it. This one I'm going to say is, I have to go with the darker color to guess. I'm going to say garden green. I could look because it will say it on the paper. I just didn't look. But you see how there it's two-tone, right? So this is like I flipped it over. Okay. So one side is garden green, one side's a lighter shade of it. And then if you rip it, it's white in the middle. So where cardstock, like the traditional cardstock, is dyed, it's paper and it's dyed, so it's like the same color all the way through. This is, one side is printed this color, one side is printed this color. There could be slight variations in it. You know how printers run. But for the most part, I think it's all going to coordinate together anyways. So, right. But yeah, so that's one of the colors of the cardstock. This is the petal pink one, which I said, it does look quite different. I'm just gonna, let me get my stuff in order as I go. Gonna say crushed curry. I have no idea. I have no idea what else is in this kit. I'm just very carefully going, oh, see now what Tracey should have done. Luckily for me, I have card bases in most of the colors sitting in a little bin by my desk. So this is, I'm pretty sure it's white willow. It was called something else though. If you have, I had nothing to do with close to my heart, so I don't really know, but White Daisy. I think theirs was called White Daisy. Sorry, I'm determined to remember things. I think it's called White Daisy. And they've changed it to White Willow. And it's going to be really hard to see on the screen. I don't know if it'll focus enough to. You know when people are painting and you see designers and they're like, do you want this white, this white, this white, or this white? And you look and you go, I don't know, they're all white. They're white. I mean, they're a slightly different color. This is a different feeling paper. They are a slightly different color. Warmer, cooler. Like this is a bit warmer. This is a bit cooler, but I can't even tell you if there's like an undertone or I don't know. Anyways, that's the white. Excuse me. Where did this come out of, I wonder? Project number 2. There's a little tab somewhere along the way I missed. Where did that come from? Okay, so it's just a minute. So I don't know where the project number 2 little tag came from. But oh, good Lord, look at these things. Okay, I thought there was only, maybe oh, there it is right there. Okay, so it says project number 2 on the back of it, but the front of it is actually the one you're supposed to use. And it came out of this little piece here. Okay, so I thought there was only one die cut sheet, but let me just check something, because I have a ephemera sheet. I have a feeling, because this was the more expensive of the kits. Excuse me, and I know it had more in it. Perhaps it said it had 2 ephemera sheets. Ephemera sheets, 2 sheets. Well, there you go. I don't give 2 sheets. Sorry. Okay, so there's 2 sheets of ephemera. Okay, so the sticker sheet, self-explanatory. It's stickers. The ephemera sheets, because this one has all 3. The ephemera sheets are printed. They're just like one-sided, but there's no adhesive on them. Oh my goodness, look at this. It tells you if you want to follow exactly. Now, you know I'm never going to follow exactly, but if you wanted to, it tells you on the back of each one of these pieces exactly where it goes, which project it goes on. And then the layout tells you where to put it. That is, oh, some people are going to love that. Look at these little ephemeras, though. Oh, I picked the right kit, man. Look at this. This is flipping awesome. Okay, so that's one. The only thing with ephemera sheets, and it does not matter if they are big or if they are small, you just got to be careful with them because the pieces fall out. Because I looked at the pictures, I know that this is like a big square and these little pieces pop out and then the colors show up behind. Like some of these I think are colors and then some of them are just the DSP. So this is the second sheet of ephemera. And I'm going to take that little piece that I popped out, put it in between. And then I've never scrapbooked before, so I don't know if this is standard. Like I've never used a scrapbook kit before. Just a minute. So funny enough, you would think these are 12 by 12 sheets, but they're not. Because if you lay them one way, they're bigger than the other way. There we go. So I don't know if all kits come like this, but if you were doing your layouts, this lets you go, okay, so I'm going to put this picture here and this picture here, and this one calls for this picture. It's very cool. Now, the question I had, so in case anybody else had the same question, so this says 3 by 3 and it is exactly 3 by 3. So, because I was wondering, nope, that's exactly 6. So this is the size of the picture. Because I was wondering if you mat your picture, is this do they all have white mats in the pictures? But this is the size of the picture. So this would tell you that you got enough mats and enough places to put all of these little Duma flicky pictures in there, and it gives you little mats. That's very cool. And then, ooh, this is a die cut sheet, and God bless Stampin' Up for putting the die cut sheet in a separate package. I realize they can't do that with everything, and I don't think they're all going to have this elaborate of one, because the die cut sheet that is in either the reindeer or the snowman one, it looks like it's only maybe this big, like it's just small and it doesn't seem as elaborate. But as best as I can tell, the difference between a die cut sheet, oh, well, okay, now there's 2 differences, and an ephemera sheet is that these are more just shapes. Like this one might look like it has like coloring and stamping, but it's not. It's like everywhere it looks like there's brown stamping on it. That's actually a slit cut in it with the very fine die cut machine. These little die cuts are amazing. I'm going to tell you, they're amazing. I'm going to pop one up because this has a bag. Now, with all things, go around, find the little place where it's connected, so you can kind of pop it off on that end without breaking anything. Oh, look at this. Can I get that to focus? Get my desk out of the picture. See? So that's what they are. So these are just die cut images. The other thing that I will tell you now that I'm holding one in my hand is, oh, look at that. It's also white on the background. So you have like wood grain on this and white on the background. I don't know if they're all going to be like that. I love these die cuts. These are a little bit thicker. So this would be like 2 or 3 times as thick as the ephemera. I think it's a little bit thicker than cardstock. Oh, I'm gonna love playing with this. There's not a ton of like extra spaces in here. They have crammed a bunch of stuff in here. I was gonna say I like this paper too. You could like cut other things out of it, but there's words. So we have like give and thanks. Oh, blessed day, best life, grateful, autumn, And then there's just trees and stumps and leaves and arrows and squigglies. And well, that's an awesome sheet of die cuts. So all of those will go together to make the kit. And then the back is just the protective background thingy. Okay, well, kit number 1 impresses me. Oh, look at me. I didn't even drop anything doing that. Okay. I don't know if I need to. Oh, maybe I will. What time are we looking at? Oh, no, it's 25 after. Okay, so I picked the right kit to show you first. I'm not going to do as thorough on the Halloween kit because it was more the elements I wanted to show you. So remember, the stamp sets are probably not the size as shown, and it's not super clear in the oh, you know, it just occurred to me. So I'm going to multitask here. It's not super clear. Again, why is this bag not the same size? It's not super clear in the brochure, but the brochure only prints out, you know, to a certain quality. Just when I got to find my little icon on my iPad. This is the Halloween one. But I think if you were to look online where you can see better pictures, like I said, I will compare this to the corrected one they gave us, and I will tell you what the difference is. I'm going to find the stamp set on here. I'm going to find one of them. There we go. That's the same one I just had. Stamps. More. I don't actually think it says it in the description, but if you click on the picture online, no, you'd have to zoom in to see that it says images at 80%. But just make note of that. The stamp sets are probably bigger than they're going to look in there. Look at this awesome background paper. Yeah, so this is one-sided DSP, and you can see, because you can see in here, it's the background that goes around this layout. That's why there's nothing in the middle, because you're going to put something else in the middle. So that's what, oh, love that. So chances are I'm not making scrapbooks with these. Chances are I am making sheets for 12 by 12 calendars that for gifts. So like each month will be, so like one of these sheets would become the October month. September would have to be the fall thankful one, just because we had 2 in 1 month. November will be a winter one. December will be a Christmas one. January probably winter. February is going to be, you know, Valentine. March spring. Easter. St. Patrick's Day. It's really going to depend on how the things fall that year and what I have available. But yeah, I'm going to love making like wall art and different things out of these. This is another one of the 1x1s, or one-sided ones, I mean. That's got just a cool pattern. So look at this. So some of the stuff coordinates. This one says, I knew there was something I was meaning to tell you. All my stuff's packed for tomorrow. This one coordinates with the potions and spells stamps and dies that are in the mini catalog. Nope, that are in the online exclusives. And it's just a bundle. There's no paper or specific embellishments or anything with it. So this paper now coordinates. There's a stamp in there that looks like this, though, that says potions and spells and has books on it. Absolutely love this paper. Oh, and now we're back into like traditional. So yeah, this coordinates with the bundle from the online exclusives. Some of them coordinate with a bundle from the mini. Oh, there's little bubbles like in the stamp set. Beetlejuice. We got some colors. So we got orange, black. Oh my goodness, look at all the different colors of cardstock in this one. One of the things I love about Halloween is how like colorful it is, and I love the purples. Oh, just a minute. There we go. Like the purple and green and orange and all the bright bold colors together. There we go. That's the DSP. So there's, yeah, this one here. We'll do it this way. There's a bunch. There's the DSP. We have orange two-tone, black two-tone. So it's kind of black and gray. That is, I think, Lemon Lime Twist. Gorgeous Grape, Pool Party, and some white. And then I think this is the sticker sheet. Yep, this is the sticker sheet. These are a whole bunch of bats. It looks like a big black square, but it's actually, I don't know, some bats and some stars. We got this. Oh, we got a lot of little words. The spookiest little monster. You're making like a little calendar to give to give to grandma or auntie or something, or mom and dad or whatever. Okay, so this one doesn't come with an ephemera sheet. It only comes with a sticker sheet. This one I put this upside down. What did I do? I flipped things over and now I can't. And I flipped half of it over and I didn't flip the other half over, so now I've got everything all screwed up. And so a little picture of your kid in their Halloween costume with this little thing making a, oh my goodness, it'll be adorable. So yeah, so this kit is $30 something. This kit is 58 something. So that's the difference. So you have to look like they're not every kit is going to be exactly the same. Some will have die cuts, some won't. I thought most of them had a sticker sheet and an ephemera sheet, so I'm just going to double check really quickly here. Okay, that's the extras. Nope, it's exactly what it says. And actually, if you look at the picture, you can tell there's just a sticker sheet because there's no second like ephemeral looking sheet. But it says on the side here exactly what colors are in there, how much white you get, much designer, double-sided, single-sided, how many sticker sheets, if there's ephemera, if there's die cuts, like all that stuff is in there. So that was just me not reading it right. Okay, so I'm impressed. I would love to know from you scrapbookers out there, are you impressed? Like, did they do good on this? They look impressive to me for what and especially because I'm going to use them for something else and they are going to work perfectly for that. Okay, just a minute. Stand by one. I have to make room on my desk because I got kits and those are the 12 by 12s. They just take up so much space. Okay, so we have 2 new kits that just released. I may or may not. 7:30. We'll see. This one is called the Card Keeper Kit. So when they release, we may or may not put them together. Sorry, I'll finish the sentence. May or may not put them together. Might just show you what's in them. But I wanted to give you an idea of a couple things. Like one of the things I could see, I pour over the pictures. When we get a little sneak peek picture, I pour over the thing because my mind is already like planning. So I know this shows you 3 different sentiments. I know there's 5. I'm curious how many sheets. So how many options do you have? I'm curious how big this box is. And how many different like titles it gives you. Oh, the box is big. The box is big. But yeah, I wanted to put some of this stuff together for tomorrow. Anyways, when we got the information for this, it did say that there was 2 new kits to help make your Christmas holidays easier. And I had seen this one. You can see this one. Actually, I don't have one of my catalogs packed already. I can actually show you inside the catalog now. Within the first few pages of the catalog, it shows you kits. And so when you first get your catalog, you can look there and it gives you like a hint of, oh my goodness, these are big. This is the lid. So everything is stuck in the lid. Look at this box. It's, oh, there we go. So it's like Night of Navy. And then it's got foil Night of Navy leaves on it, so like that oh my goodness, that's pretty. You know the best part of this, look how easy this box goes together. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I was gonna say I'm not exactly sure why there's tape on it. Okay, I'm not gonna put it together just so it's easier to take tomorrow, but this pops open and then you pull these up like this and tape it and then you put the lid on it. How easy is that? Now you guys are looking and thinking, hey, Tracey, put the whole thing in the camera frame. Well, here's the thing. I can't. One, because it's really floppy right now because I'm trying to do what I'm doing. Just I have to put this back in to close it, I think. Yeah. Because it's super floppy. But also because this thing is much bigger than I was expecting. This thing is, and I looked on the sheet, and I got 2 different answers when I looked. So it is 8 1/4. Just went by 6 1/4 by 6. Okay, so this is like 8 1/4 by 6 1/4, and the box is 6 inches high. And then it comes, let's put this back in here. Look at the clever little Tetris mind that did that. These are very thick cardboard. Just a minute here. Why can't I? These are like double thickness. Like I thought there was 2 of them stuck together. There's one. They're printed on both sides. They're just super thick. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these dividers. Well, let's get to the good. Well, that was good stuff too. Don't get me wrong. That was exciting. But let's see what's in here. So yeah, this is not Christmas specific cards or anything. This is just going to be a great gift to give to somebody. Spoiler alert, if they're watching. Especially if you want to give them to somebody who maybe doesn't want to stamp. Maybe they don't have the dexterity to stamp. Or maybe you just want like the quickest thing possible with no mess and like very little storage. Like you don't have to store blocks and inks and anything like that, because this just has like a bunch of sentiments that you can use. So yeah, we're not gonna have time to put them together necessarily, but let's just do this and let's answer some questions here, because I have questions. Put this on the bottom so I can keep track of all my stuff. Okay, so there's 2 card designs with 5 of each. It comes with 10. I remember that. So there's your 2 envelopes. Nice colors. Crushed curry and pool party, I'm going to say. There's your card fronts. One is more florally. This one is, I love this. We've had DSP that kind of had this pattern on it before. Bubbles, circles, drops, I don't know. So, I mean, one's a little more masculine, one's a little more youthful, one's a little more floral. Yes, you could cut them in half and have like solid backgrounds. So many things to do. Okay, so those are our 2 card bases. Okay, so I was curious, this is one of the things, because I couldn't tell in the picture. Like I said, I could get a lot out of the pictures, but I can't always get everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there is just 6 of each one of these. Birthday, love and support, miscellaneous, seasonal, special occasion, thank you. But they're in all 4 languages. Right? So we have English, French, English and French, I can tell. I'm going to go with, because I know Danke, German, and Dank, I don't know. Dutch is like the coolest language. When we were in Amsterdam, I just loved to listen to them say it. It was so musical. Can I say it? No, German and Dutch. So that gives you labels to put on your 6. And I guess, I mean, you can put them on whatever order you want on the tabs, just like whichever ones you're using the most. So these are the leaf elements that go on the blue card. Actually, you know what I can do? We're not that pressed for time. And if I have to, I'm curious to get to the ornaments, I'll be honest. If I have to, then I'll just put them together later and post you a picture. So as much as I want to rush, I want my cards folded straight, so I will not rush that step. I put them down, I line them up with my fingers, I get the edges and the corners lined up, I put a grip on it, as my dad used to say, put a grip on it, and then I use my bone folder so I get exactly what I want. Okay, so I'm going to go through all these little pieces here and build the cards as we go. I'm not going to put them together, but I'm going to put enough on there to give you an idea what the cards look like. So I can tell that these ones, how much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 is 10. So if I'm, oops, they have this card going this way. Is this card going this way too? Yes. Upside down. There we go. I'm not actually reading the instructions because, why would I do that? It seems to me, though, there should be one more of these. Let's see if there's a different one. Oh, no, there's 5. Sorry, I was thinking there's 10 cards. There's only 10 leaves, but there's only 5 of this particular pattern. See, it's math. Sometimes math is just hard. Okay, so this one gets 2 leaves like this. I'm going to come back to the sentiments in a minute. That was one of my other questions, is how many sheets of sentiments do you get? Like if you wanted to make all of them the same sentiment, like all 5 of one, is there enough? I don't actually know the answer yet, but we will soon. Okay, there's different kinds of leaves. So these are gold leaves. These are these are a little bit thicker too. These are nice. And look at this. They have, because Stampin' Up! Is genius, people. Just a minute. I got to move it over a little bit so you can see. There we go. See the little dot? There, how about I get the right angle? Right there by this, right there. Well, so you can put a glue dot on it and stick it down. And you're not trying to put glue on behind all these like fine little details. Genius. You know what else I see? Anybody else? This one, I have to get something white to put it on. Anybody else see anything? When I see this, and I realize it's not exact, but when I see that, I see a snitch. Long live Harry Potter. Okay. Excuse me one moment while I get a beverage. Seriously, I was not coughing or anything all day. Mind you, my son's at school, so I was home alone most of the day. And so I wasn't really trying to talk to the dog a little bit, but I wasn't really talking a lot. But yeah, as soon as I start talking now, there goes my voice. Okay, I have to hold the picture a little closer because I can't quite see. I know there's two different kinds of leaves on here, so I knew one of them had to go on the other card. This one's got a bit of space around it too, so you could cut extra things out of this because this is like a good thick. Oh, it's also white on the other side, so if you don't want gold, make them white. Okay, so then we have that one. So then what we have is two each, I think, of these sheets. Two of those ones. Two of those ones. Okay, so these come in all 4 languages. So I'm going to find the English. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. None of those are English. Am I missing something? These are different ones, though, are they not? 5. 5. Okay, so these 2 sheets are French, and I think that one is the Dutch one. These sheets are English and German. So you get 10 sentiments to use on the 10 cards. So you get 2 of each sentiment, I guess is what I'm trying to get to. And your options for what you can put on them are just because. I'm doing this off because I need to have it close enough. I gotta get the right angle so I can see what I'm doing. But this is what I'm trying not to like mangle these. But they are securely in there. So you just got to go through and you got to find where they're joined. And that's where you want to put the pressure point, is right where the little join piece is. And you can usually, these are bigger, so but you can do it with your thumb or something. Because that way you're less likely to bend or wrinkle or mangle up your piece of paper. So you have the options of best wishes, happy birthday, just because, thinking of you, and happy for you. So by their way of thinking, you have birthday, love and support, miscellaneous, seasonal, special occasion, and thank you. Now, the other thing you can do is you can just make these cards and you can put your own sentiments on them if you have a collection of different things. If you have any other old kits that are left over, these are just Night of Navy. I love this big bold font that's on these though. Okay, well, I guess you could put all those on there, but obviously you're not going to do that many. And then the other thing too is if you have other cards, you can add them to this box. This box is big. This box is going to hold more than 10 cards. But yeah, so then you just get to switch out your sentiments. And there is dimensionals here, so you could actually pop those up on dimensionals, which would look awesome. So yeah, those are nice cards. They're quick and easy, and that box is amazing, and it's a monster. Okay, so that's kit number 1. This kit is called Card Keeper Kit. And I put away the little printed out things. I think it's $34 plus shipping and tax. Just a minute. Let's see if I'll put this in front of us for now. 1 moment. I will have a sip while I look up while I find it online. Right now I have my stamp set open. Kits. Sorry, it's got to swallow a mouthful of tea. Yes, Card Keeper Kit, $34. Okay, Christmas Ornament Kit. Ooh, this is hefty. Is also $34. Now, I read online, so some of the stuff I remember pointing out to you, I will point out again, but just in case you missed it on the first one. Some of you are going to love this. For some of you, this is going to be your absolute most favorite part of the entire kit. Pre-tied bows. I know so many people who hate tying bows. Pre-tied bows out of a very nice satiny looking red ribbon. And then I did mention that these are not like just flat ornaments. They're 3-dimensional because while they have lots of cool paper and ribbon and things in the background, These are plastic. So you know how you sometimes get like fake pine cones that fall apart and the coating falls off and then it like they're like you can see white through. These are like solid brown plastic and they are a good size. I think they're all the same size. There seems to be a bunch in here. I have no idea how many are for each project. And then we have these stay in bundles, little bundles of red berries and gold berries. And there's, I don't know, a bunch of them in there. So see on the website, it originally said 9 4-inch circles. These 3-inch circles, or I'm going to guess 3-inch circles. The smaller circles, I'm going to guess are 3. They're not 4 inches. They are definitely smaller. I was going to say these 3 circles. There are 3 circles that are smaller. Give me a moment to, I don't want to rush the cutting either. I don't want to cut anything important. I don't look that closely ahead of time. There we go. Okay, so we have lots of cord. We need, okay, these are like heavy duty metal. This is jingle, jingle, jingle. These are hefty. So we have, 6 of the big ones. And then these ones, oh, look at me go. These ones are 3 inches. These ones are 4 inches. So is it one of each? No. There appears to be 3 different ornaments. Okay, we're gonna see if I can do this. Just a minute while I drop the glue dots. Ooh, it's got nice big glue dots. Now it did say in the instructions it comes with all the adhesives you need, but you might want to use a glue gun, a hot glue gun. I don't want to use a hot glue gun. I have done other kits that said hot glue gun with nothing but tear and tape. I'm not sure tear and tape is going to be the right one for this. Perhaps white glue will be, but for now we're just going to put just enough together to give you an idea what the ornaments look like. But yes, there appears to be, here, the dog has decided to come visit. There appears to be 3. So if I look at this, here's the little one, and the little ones all look the same. And then the 2 big ones, this one has like a banner and a green circle, and the stuff is all in the middle. Oh, and there's no ribbon. I just noticed that. And this one, this is the other big one. You can see like the plaid behind it, and there's ribbon. And so there appears to be 3. So I would say there's 3 each of 3 designs of ornaments, and 6 of them are 4-inch rings, and 3 of them are 3-inch rings. Now, because we had or somebody is one of the, just a minute, my dimensionals are stuck to one of my rings. I'll do a little surgery here and get my dimensionals unstuck. Oh, it's ripping the color off my paper. Okay, I'm not going to do anything with that because I don't want to wreck it. Yes, so be careful with it. That is the inside of the thing, because I can tell by the white. Okay, just a second here. Sorry, before I take it apart, I have to have photos so I can explain what what I'm dealing with when I, okay. So the it's just the corner. This is not going to be like a common thing. The corner of it was bent back on this, and it stuck to the thing. But it did pull some of the coating off. But it appears that this is the inside of. We'll just use a different one just to be on the safe side. So what it looks like when we did, somebody made these ornaments last year. Sorry, I got all totally distracted there. Using the nativity set that was out last year. I think it was one of the artisans. Those artisans are amazing. I think that's who did it. And they made one of the ornaments on these gold rings. And I had a heck of a time finding the gold rings last year when they did do it. Just gonna go find some more bases here. And so I know based on that how these go together. So why would I read the instructions? The only thing that I did differently, so I made some of these last year, and I made them using a bunch of different sweets. But yeah, finding the gold rings was the hardest part of making them. But I used like 2 separate pieces. The thing that they've done differently here is it's the same size. I may actually have to, oh no, maybe not. I was gonna say I may have to actually read the instructions. Is they've got theirs, which will just make it a little bit easier because they've got theirs folded in half. So it is a bit easier to put them together when they're folded in half. And then the banner goes on the one that is the green one. Okay, so again, sorry, I keep going off screen, but I don't want to rip anything. I love this little plaid. This plaid is kind of, it's got gold. Oh, there we go. It's a matter of getting the right angle. So it's kind of got a gold running through it. And then I'm going to say it's pretty peacock because it's that kind of bluey green. This goes here, this one goes here, and these ones go here. Okay, so what it's going to show you. I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to show you in the instructions, but I know what it's going to tell you. So you're going to take your gold twine, oops, and you're going to tie it, like you're going to tie it around the ring and leave a loop hanging off. And then they've made these, at least is what I'm going to guess, so that you can write on the back. So you could use them as tags as well, or you can, Christmas 2024, love the Stewarts, and you can give them to people on their present, and then they can hang them on their tree, and then they'll have the year and the thing on the back. So once you put the string on, then you're going to put, these things around the string so that they sort of float, right? And then you're going to put the embellishments on them. So the one that has, so this one has, I'll have actual pictures when I get them done. I have a couple more things I have to do tonight to prep, just get finish getting the boxes ready. Oh, look at that. There are 2 different sizes of pine cones. See, when you play enough, you realize there's 2 different sizes. So I have no idea which size, but this one gets 3. That's not the right one. This one gets 3 and some red berries. This one gets 2. Where's the small one now? This one gets 2. So yeah, which one gets the gold? This one gets gold. This one gets some gold berries. These are nice though. These are like some good size ornaments. They have some lovely little things to go on them. Like I said, I'm just kind of rushing to try to be done in the next 8 minutes. Let's see. But yeah, seriously, as soon as I saw that, like I don't mind tying bows, but as soon as I saw this, I just thought, oh my God, that's going to sell some people right there. The bows are pre-tied for you. These are the little mini guys that I should have. Okay, so I'm putting the embellishments on the top without putting the die cuts underneath them. So that's not the best way to do this. And then, okay, look at this. So we have these big leaves. Oh, look how pretty. Oh, look at that. So here's the beauty of this too. And it's not always the case. But because these, like the stuff hangs over, these are printed on both sides. And then these ones, it looks like you could just fold them, right? So if you go, I'm sorry, if you go like this and give them like a little bend, and I'm just using my fingers and like folding them, just find like where the peak is. There we go. Now you have like 3-dimension in your leaves. This one goes like this. I think, do they all have leaves on them? The little ones have different leaves, but the big ones both appear to have this leaf on them. These leaves are all the same. Yes, they are. So again, I just giving them a little crease down the middle. And if you want to leave them flat, you could, but hey, I'm all about dimension. There's that one. And then, oh my goodness, look at these ones. There's a bunch of sheets of, look at these. They are watercolored. They are pretty. Now these ones, same thing. You want to find the little places where they're connected because these are far more delicate than the big flat leaves were. And you don't want to rip any of them. Somewhere, there we go. Somewhere that little bird is stuck on. So this is for the little guys. one more sheet, or am I just imagining? Nope, I think there's just 2 different pieces. So there's 3 sheets. So I should get 3 ornaments out of each one of these. Oh, here we go. Here we go. See, this is what happens when you don't actually read the instructions. Then you're just guessing. I am just strictly going by looking at the pictures. Okay, so this sheet has 4 pieces on it. So the 2 smallest pieces, move this out of the way now, it actually looks like you've got them going like this. So this one goes here, and then I don't know whichever direction this one goes, like this. You add this other one on, and then you put down your little pine cones and your little things. So then you have all that greenery. And then the other 2 that are on the same sheet are also different, but they are much bigger than those little guys. So it makes sense the bigger ones would go on the bigger rings. And yeah, these ones are have color on, like watercolor on both sides as well, so they can hang off. This one is going to go on the banner one. Yeah, like I said, don't rush this step because these are too pretty, and we don't have a die that will recreate these for you. Okay, so this is going. So this is kind of supposed to be at the center. And then put that down. Then we put this up. And then where's my banner? Right there. And kind of put the leaves like this. Like this. And kind of put the little things in the middle. So that one's going to look kind of like that. And I'm sure these are going to look so, you know how when you're putting things together and you lay it out and you're like, oh, I like that. But nothing's glued down because you want to make sure first. And then when you put it together, it actually looks different, even though it's the exact same layout, but it's all in place. Nothing's flopping around. You got dimensionals where the dimensionals are supposed to be. So yeah, because this kit also has dimensionals, as we know, because they were stuck to the inside of the one thing. Yeah. There we go. Full concentration on making sure that I do not rip that. But yeah, you can decide as you're doing this now where you want. See, this is awesome. Instead of putting 4 separate die cuts, you just got 4 that will make your, so you get them going in each corner, and then add on a couple of your little dudes, and put on your little bells. I'm gonna say that a glue gun is probably going to help because these cones are big. And this has like a pretty good loop on it, but you need to stick it into something. And I'm not sure that white glue is the answer. These, you could certainly put the glue dots on and stick it down. This one, maybe not as much. This could be stuck on with glue dots. All the rest of the stuff, glue dots and dimensionals. Yeah. Okay, so okay, you can't really see them and I can't pick them up. And I should have maybe put something white down and I could have lifted them up. These are very cute. Like, they're nice. I like them. They're traditional Christmas greenery looking. The Christmas colors. I like the little berries. I love me a pine cone. Let's see what they say for. So, and it shows you in the instructions. See, you're going to tie your string around. And then you're going to use the dimensionals to hold the string in place while you stick the papers on, and then you just decorate it up. So yeah, it is showing a hot glue gun for the bows, for the pine cones, and for the berries. As much as I love my tear and tape, and if you want to put the pine cones like sideways a little bit instead of straight up and down, then you're not going to have as much surface to grab. So yeah, you're looking at a hot glue gun, I think. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with these. As some of you may know, I make crack every year at Christmas, and before somebody reports me or somebody, it's caramel popcorn twists. But I make it for the people at work and friends and family. I've been doing it for years. But when I first took it to work, one of the ladies there said, "Oh my God, this stuff's like crack. Like, once you start, you can't stop." So it just became Christmas crack. That just became its affectionate nickname. But yeah, I think the packages, I make way less. I used to make like about 100 packages. I used to make a small package for everybody at work, and then slightly bigger packages for like close friends and like the doctor and various different people. A chiropractor, love everybody at the chiropractor. And then like family would get bigger, like the household would get like a bigger bucket. So I make it various different sizes and stuff, but now I make a whole lot less of them. So I think this year every one of them is going to be adorned with one of these things because I like them and I can easily put them in whatever bag container they go in and then tie one of these things on. So there you go. Look at that. It's exactly 8 o'clock. Go me. Okay, I am going to carefully put this back in. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it out because I'm going to get a glue gun and I'm actually going to put them together so people can see what they look like. And I'm going to make sure I have the right configuration of pine cones when I do it. Okay, well, thank you very much for the joining me on my little impromptu. This box that has the card keeper in it is heavy. I'm just going to say, like, that's a solid box that those things go in. Thanks for joining me on my little impromptu thing. Yes, my stuff actually arrived at like 11:30 this morning. The FedEx that brings my paper pumpkin doesn't usually come till about 2 in the afternoon. And then my UPS guy doesn't generally come until about supper time on whatever day it happens. They don't come every day, but on whatever day they come. So yeah, at 11 o'clock this morning, dog loses his mind. And enough that I know it's not just, hey, it's garbage day and the garbage truck went down the street. This is somebody who's on our yard parking. And yeah, they dropped my package off at about 11 this morning. So very stoked because as much as you pay extra for expedited and it's supposed to be 2 days. And I did the math. I'm like, okay, so it gets picked up on Wednesday because it's shipped by like 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. I put it in at midnight. It showed as shipped. But that just means they've put it on the shipping bay and it gets picked up that day and processed and it like starts its journey. So it's supposed to be 2 days. So that was Thursday, Friday. So that was impressive. But sometimes the expediting, if it misses a window by like the slightest little bit, whether it's leaving Stampin' Up or like it stops about 4 or 5 times by the time it gets here. It could be 3 or 4 days. And so sometimes it doesn't work, but I'm so happy it did this time. Very excited to see everybody tomorrow. I have a few people making cards. The rest were just looking at all the cool new things. I have between my friend and I have probably 80% of the catalog you can see in person. And some of the online stuff. I've got these kits. I've got the Christmas card kit, so you can see that in person if you want. I may or may not bring the haunted house kit. You can't get them right now, and I don't want it crushed because I do have one of 2 events that it needs to be used at. But I have lots of things to see and some snacks, and we can all chat and get all excited about stamping for the holidays. So if you have questions, you want me to order any of this stuff, you want more information, I will try to help. Let me know, send me a message. I will see what I could do. I will see some of you tomorrow, and I'll see the rest of you hopefully back here on Tuesday for my regularly scheduled live, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the, what did I say that was called? Tower Pinwheel card using the Yuletide Village, because I'm excited to make that. I just haven't got to it yet. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care. Stay cool because it's supposed to be a hot one here. And yeah, we'll see you. Thanks. Bye. All right. Looks like my mouse just died, so I'm trying to use that computer.